Phil Lesh's book he was out promoting when he appeared on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson on May 6th, 2005. And the conversation cements why Phil Lesh is my favorite member of the Grateful Dead. So smart, so articulate, so thought-provoking. Craig goes down the drugs path with the Grateful Dead and the scene that was created with Deadheads and the society around the Grateful Dead. And they end up talking about social change and even the impact of psychedelics upon that. And did it help or not? And Phil says, I don't know. It's a great question. That's why he asked it. Hilarious, thought-provoking. Phil Lesh at his best in this interview. Deadheads change the world.
Welcome back, my naughty little donkeys. My next guest is a founding member of one of the most enduring touchstones of 60s counterculture, the Grateful Dead. His new book, Searching for the Sound, My Life with the Grateful Dead, is in stores now. Please welcome Phil Lesh, everybody. Phil, me boy, me son, me lad, how are you?
Not bad, thank you.
Good, good. Hey, I'm feeling very priesty tonight for some reason. What, you were in the Grateful Dead. I heard that sometimes that drugs were involved. Is that true? You did actually, there were, it wasn't just a rumour.
No, sir.
No.
It was not a rumor.
What kind of, because you were, it was a different type of thing though then. It was from the, I mean, what is it, 40 years since the Grateful Dead started?
Well, we started in 1965, so it's 40 years this
40
year.
40 years, my God. Are you going to do is there going to be an event or something to mark that?
Well, we're hoping to play a little music.
Yeah, going to play some music?
My buddies and myself, we're hoping to play a little music this year.
Yeah.
And, but in typical fashion, we can't agree on exactly what it's going to be, so we're still working on it.
Right. Okay. I mean, how many of you are left?
4 surviving founding members, yeah.
Right. And the drugs that, when you were starting off, the drugs were the acid drug. Acid was legal then, though, wasn't it? It was legal.
It certainly was.
Yeah.
1966 was when it was made illegal.
Yeah.
And we were just a bunch of happy kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Acid's a strange drug, though, isn't it?
No.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I know it is. You're not the, we had it in Scotland.
Did you?
No. No, we did. We had a little bit. Yeah, I took it. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No, didn't like it. It made me a little crazy. Anyway, you play all this time with the Grateful Dead, and all these people follow you around all the time. You were the counterculture, and it turned into big business. How did that happen, Mr. Microsoft?
Well, it just we kept playing to more and more people, and they kept coming back for more. We never played the same show twice, I think, was the main reason that people kept coming back.
But didn't they ask for the same songs and stuff like that?
They didn't need to. They didn't need to have the same song. Besides, we never had any hits, so they wouldn't have known what to ask for.
I find that quite fascinating. They just kind of show up, and they'll play some music. We don't know what it'll be, but it'll be fine.
Well, it's kind of a little adventure.
Right.
You know, to come to the Grateful Dead show, hey, I'm paying all this money, what's going to happen? Gee, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it might be fun. Of course, it might fall apart in the middle.
Did it cost a lot of money to go to a Grateful Dead concert?
I don't know. It started out about $3.50, I think.
$3.50.
$3.50.
$3.50. Yeah, it's like $350 to go and see a band now. Do you know that?
For who?
U2, stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. But they play the same show every night, so who cares about that? Same song. You know, my cousin Karen followed you around for 15 years.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's all right. Yeah. She was she followed you. She was brought up in Long Island, and then at a certain point she just followed you around. And now she lives in the woods just outside San Francisco making tie-dye clothing. Is that normal? Is that normally what happens to deadheads?
No, actually, some of them end up in the White House. Some of them end up driving taxis. You know?
Yeah.
Some of them end up in television.
Yeah.
They are everywhere.
Do people still follow you around and shout, Jerry was there and stuff like that? Do you,
Well, actually, when I meet people who could, I guess, be classified as deadheads,
Yeah.
all they want to do is say thank you.
Really?
Yeah, really. They just want to say thank you for changing my life, or changing the way I look at the world, or helping me meet my significant other. There's many.
In a muddy swamp in some.
Whatever it takes, you know.
But you were right in there in the Summer of Love and all that stuff in Haight Ashbury, and what was it, 67?
67, yeah.
67. Has the world benefited from the Summer of Love? Has anything really changed?
Well, I don't know that anything has really on a certain level. On the other hand, the spirit of the 60s and what was going on in the Haight Ashbury, I find it alive everywhere.
Yeah.
Anytime I play a show, I find it there. It's kind of like the ideal of community never went away. Mm-hmm. So even though there's been a sort of diaspora of deadheads, you might say.
A diaspora of deadheads.
Consider it.
Nice.
And they have spread themselves far and wide. They still enjoy coming together in a community when I perform with my band, or when the Dead goes out and performs together.
But was it ultimately doomed because it was drug fueled and pleasure fueled? Does social change have to come from gritty, horrible driving stuff, or can it come from, hey, let's party?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's why I asked it.
Well, so I mean, social change can come from anywhere.
Yeah.
Really, but what it takes is enough people who feel identical about it, or have the same state of mind about it, and it will sort of do itself.
It's an interesting thought, and the band are surely a phenomenon. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been lovely to talk to you. Phil Lesh, everybody.
We'll be right back with the Eels.